Welcome back. Today lab I will show you how to control stepper motor and precise move linear stage actuator with square linear slide rail. The components I used in this lab are PLC Click C2-01 CPU and C214D2 module, stepper driver DM542T, a switch for choosing velocity or position mode and 2 buttons to drive forward and reverse. Now take a look at the schematic for this lab. The PLC output is syncing for who curious about the wiring between PLC and stepper driver. First thing we need to do is configuring the driver setting. This stepper motor max load is 3 amp. Look at the chart. For 3 amp the switch 1 to 3 have to be off. Next step we will configure the precise of the motor. The second chart is the setting pulses per revolution. In this case I selected 1000 pulses per revolution, switch 5 to 7 are on and 8 is off. Which mean to control the motor rotate full revolution the PLC have to send 1000 pulses to the driver. If you want more precise, you can set it up to 25,600 pulses per revolution. Let's get back to the schematic. There are 2 signal wires connect PLC to the driver. The pulse and direction signals. Every time the pulse is high the motor will move 1 click. Depend the setting pulses per revolution, the motor will rotate an amount of angle. The speed of the motor also depend on how fast the PLC sending pulses to the driver, pulses per second. Direction signal controls the rotation direction of the motor. Default direction signal is low, the motor rotates clockwise and the slider moving forward. When the direction signal is high the motor rotate counterclockwise, the slider moving backward. You are watching here is the velocity mode. In the PLC I will set up the max speed or target velocity, acceleration and deceleration rate. When I hold the forward or reverse button, the PLC will control the driver increasing speed of the motor until it reach the target velocity. And when I release the button, the PLC will decelerate the motor until it stops. That was velocity drive mode. Now we will control the motor in precise. How do we move the slide 1 cm? First need to know the specs this linear slide. This linear using ball screw, and the screw pitch is 5 mm. That mean when we rotate the motor 1 revolution, the slider will move 5 mm. Now let's see if it's correct. Every time I hold the forward button, the slider will move 1 cm. Let's look at the PLC program for more detail. I program the PLC when I hold the forward button the PLC will control the driver to drive 2000 pulses. Remember that I set the driver is 1000 pulse per revolution. Which mean the motor will rotate 2 revolution when I hold the forward button, the slider will move 5 mm each revolution. Total is 10 mm or 1 cm. As we can see the slider moved exactly 1 cm each time. For reverse, I program the PLC move the sliders backward 1000 pulses, the tour will rotate 1 revolution other direction. Let's see if the slider move back 5 mm each time. The slider moved 5 mm as we expected. And that was it for this lab. Thank you for watching.